Hi. So, welcome to another broadcast today, and I want to share with you today how to build self confidence. Now, self confidence is very critical in this day and age if you want to become successful and, most importantly, achieve your goals and be who you want to become and be significant in the society. But self confidence is something that people underrate and people don't take into consideration very well, because if you are not confident in yourself, you are likely to lose the girl that you always dream of having. If you are not confident in yourself, you are likely to go for a job interview, and even though your resume shows that you are good for the job, you will not be able to have the confidence to look into the eyes of the interviewer and answer the questions. But instead, you will be playing with your fingers, looking at your shoes, looking at your tops, looking at your sides, instead of looking directly straight into the eyes of the interviewer to answer the questions that he asks. It is for this reason why I want to share with you what it is that you need to do and how you can build self confidence. Now, why is this critical? Why is this important? Now, there are various ways through which people can have confidence. Now, you want to make sure that you don't mix self confidence with arrogance, because sometimes people mix the two. Some people are confident. Now, there's a difference between that, and some people are arrogant. That is also different. And I'm going to be sharing that with you later on in the video as we continue. But there are various ways through which people can have confidence, or people can build self confidence and become successful. How do you build self confidence? Usually, it could be the family that you are coming from. Yes, people coming from a great home, a wealthy home, naturally have that level of confidence in them. The school you attended can influence the level of confidence that you have. Who your parents are can influence the confidence that you have. Where you work can influence the confidence that you have. The money you make can influence the confidence that you have. Your status in the society can influence the confidence that you have. But these are not the things I want to share with you today, because where I am today and how I built my life and how I became confident in myself is not because of the family I came from, who my parents are, what my status is in the society, or the school that I attended. There are six key ways that I'm able to build my confidence over the years, and that has brought me to where I am today. And that is exactly what I want to share with you in the broadcast today: the six ways for you to build your confidence so that you can become successful and, most importantly, be able to achieve your goals. Are you ready for it today? Smash the like button. It helps us a lot to increase the engagement of the video, and most importantly, the YouTube algorithm will be able to push the video so we can reach as many viewers as possible and assist a lot of people across the country, across the continent, and across the globe, so that we can make the world a better place. In case you've not subscribed to the channel, also remember to subscribe to the channel. Click the bell notification icon. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'll be releasing new content, and you will be the first person to be notified by YouTube, so you can get the access to the video, watch, develop yourself, and make your life much better. So let's get into the content today. Self-confidence. How do you build self-confidence? Now, one of the things that I tell people that you don't know about me is that I am naturally an introvert. Now, when I say this to people, people are like, uh-oh, you don't look like an introvert. Really, I'm an introvert. I don't really like going out if the cameras are off, the lights are off, everything is off. I'm behind, I'm indoors, I'm watching some movies, writing some scripts, listening to some audiobooks or podcasts, watching some movies, or like doing something else. Naturally, I like to be indoors. I'm introvert. But then if you come to life, if you want to become successful, it is not about whether you are introvert, you are extrovert, or whatever it is. You need to be able to build yourself up, and you need to be able to be confident. Because if you're not confident in your ideas, you're not confident in your dreams, you're not confident in your goals, you're not confident in your abilities, you're not confident in who you are, nobody is going to take you serious. Nobody is going to buy your goals. Nobody is going to buy your vision. Nobody is going to buy your dreams. And that is exactly why you are going to fail in life. And today I want to share with you six key ways on how you can build self-confidence. But the first thing we need to ask ourselves is, what is self-confidence? Now, when we say self-confidence, what is it about and how do we build it? Now, according to the Counseling Center of the University of South Florida, self-confidence is an attitude about your skills and abilities. Attitude about your skills and abilities. It means knowing your strengths, weaknesses, as well as having a positive view of yourself. What does that mean? It means self-confidence simply stands for you setting realistic expectation and goals, communicating those goals assertively, and you can handle criticism. That is what self-confidence means, according to the Counseling Center of the University of South Florida. However, verywellmind.com also went ahead to give a clean definition as well on self-confidence that I want to share with you. According to verywellmind.com, self-confidence is defined as a feeling of trust in one's abilities, qualities, and judgments. Get that very well. A feeling of trust in one's abilities, qualities, and judgments. What it then means is that self confidence is with you, self confidence is by you. Self confidence is not what someone tells you you are, what someone says you are, someone's view of you, but it is what you identify to be particularly good about yourself. Like I said, there are various ways through which you can build self-confidence, and there are various reasons why you need to have confidence as an individual if you really want to become successful. So, what are the 6 key ways that you can build self-confidence? And these are the things that have helped me personally, from the boy that had nothing, from the boy that struggled, from the boy that was pushing trucks, from the boy that was the bartender, to who I am developing to become as an individual today. And these 6 strategies, these 6 techniques are what has helped me to become who I am today in that case. So number 1 is know yourself. Know yourself. Self-confidence is based on self-discovery. Who are you? What motivates you? What inspires you? What scares you? What are you comfortable with? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? As an individual, you need to discover yourself. Instead of jumping out and trying to find out what can I do, what can I, no, you need to discover yourself first. Self-discovery is the beginning of self-confidence. If you want to build self-confidence, you must know who you are. Who are you? When the lights are off, who are you? When you are alone in the house, who are you? What do you love? What are you passionate about? What scares you? What are you comfortable with? What can you talk about without being scared? What is it that you don't like talking about? What is it that you enjoy talking about? What is it that if nobody is giving you anything, what are you passionate about? It is called self-discovery. The way you can start building confidence in yourself is to know who you are. Because when you know who you are, then when people criticize you and you realize that this criticism is against my identity, you don't buy into it. So you don't become hurt when people tell you certain things that is not the definition of who you are. And it helps you to save you from a lot of emotional trauma, emotional pain, and help you to focus on your goals, your missions, your objectives, and help you to become successful as an individual. So the first way you can start building self-confidence is self-discovery. You must know yourself. Know yourself. This is not about what people tell you. This is about you sitting down and identifying, who am I? And it's about asking yourself questions and sitting down. No BS, no distractions, no TV on, no phones on, no data on. But you are just by yourself and you are asking the critical questions. What am I passionate about? What am I comfortable with? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What am I comfortable with? These are the things that helps you to discover yourself. That is the first thing. Number 2, improve yourself. Personal development. After you identify who you are, your strengths, your weaknesses, what do you stand for, what you're comfortable with, all of these things, you go to the next step and you begin to develop yourself. You improve yourself. You see, it is a process of fine-tuning who you are. You know, we are all born in a raw state. Nobody is born perfectly. Everybody takes time to be developed to become who he or she is. Funny enough, diamond don't just come out of the blue. It takes about 10 years for diamond to be formed below 50 kilometers on the earth, and they are brought on the surface of the earth by a volcano, and takes another about 10 years to be able to determine whether there are enough diamonds, candlelights, which can have economic or commercial value in the marketplace. Then they begin to work on it. So look at the number of time it takes for us to get the diamond from the candlelights before they are able to be used to develop the various things that you'll be passionate about. The same way we are born raw. We are not born with anything. You must develop who you are. In as much as you will be able to have some talent naturally, you must improve upon it. You must improve upon your craft. That is like communication, emotional intelligence, leadership, having a high empathy for people, understanding people's behavior, understanding what affects people, people's mindset. All of these things are the things that you need to improve upon yourself in order for you to become successful as an individual. So when you discover who you are, what your strengths are, then what do? You need to hone your strengths. You need to train yourself. You need to develop yourself, because the only way you can be valuable in the marketplace, the only way you can be paid a higher amount of money is when you bring more value on the table. And the only way you can bring more value on the table is by being valuable yourself. And the only way you can be valuable is when you have improved yourself. Now, let me say this, that personal development is not a destination, but is a journey. In other words, you will never reach that perfection. It is a process, it is a journey. But day in and day out, you need to improve yourself. Now, what are some of the ways through which you can improve yourself? Various ways through which you can improve yourself in this day and age. It could be reading books, one of the best ways you can improve yourself, listening to audiobooks, listening to educative podcasts, watching educative YouTube channels, increasing your ability or your social circles to higher achievers, so that they sow some words of wisdom, tell you certain things that you must do. These are ways through which you can improve yourself. So number one, self-discovery. Number two, personal development. Guess the third one. Number three, set goals, execute, and set goals. Set goals, execute, set goals. You see, once you identify yourself, who you are, what you stand for, and you begin to improve upon yourself, you need to start testing whether really what you are learning it's working. Now, how do you get that? You get that by setting goals. Now, don't start with setting big goals. No, you need to start with setting baby goals, what I call baby goals, small goals over time. The reason is that when you're able to achieve these small goals, it builds momentum for you for the bigger goals that you have in your life. So for the start, you can say, okay, I'm saving $100 this month. Whatever happens, I'm going to save $100 this month. Or I'm going to exercise 3 times in a week, or I'm going to lay my bed each morning when I wake up, or I'm going to bath at least twice a day, or I'm going to brush my teeth twice a day. These are baby step goals. And as you give yourself time to work on these, to achieve them, guess what? You begin to build confidence. You begin to trust in your abilities. You begin to trust in yourself. You begin to trust in your goals. You begin to trust in your objectives. And that is how you begin to become confident in yourself. And that is how you become successful as an individual. So goal setting is critical. Goal setting is basics. So you know who you are, self-discovery. You are improving upon yourself, then you start setting baby goals. Now, you see, when you are setting goals, you got to be specific. Okay, don't be vague. You got to be specific. That is why I'm giving you some examples here. Saving $100 this month, exercising 3 times a week, laying my bed each morning. Be specific. Now, what happens is that once you begin to achieve these, then you can then begin to set the bigger goals. I want to be a millionaire by 40. Okay, I want to be a billionaire by 60. Okay, you can only get to that bigger level if you have executed yourself, if you have proven to yourself that you can achieve this baby goals, and it will be increasing time. So maybe this month you say that, okay, in the next 3 months, I'm going to save $100 every month. Okay, you're able to do that over 3 months. Then you say, okay, now I'm going to save $200. Then you started. Then now you're going to say, okay, by 30, I should be a millionaire. Okay, by 40, I should be a billionaire. Okay, by 40, I should be riding in my private jet. These are baby step goals that you set in order to position yourself to become confident in yourself. What do you think? These are the three things so far, and we have three more to go. Now, in case you are getting values, which I know you are getting, smash the like button on the video. Let it turn blue. Like, click on it. Let it turn blue. Just smash it. It will turn blue. It helps us a lot. It helps the YouTube algorithm to pick up our video and spread it across so that we can reach a lot of students. And thank you very much on that one. Number four. So self-discovery. You know who you are. Personal development, adding value to yourself. Set goals, execute and set goals. You build momentum with that. Number four is personal values. I cannot overemphasize the importance of personal values in building your confidence. As an individual, you must reach a point in your life, irrespective of how much money you have, the level of education you have, who your parents are, or the place of work. You must have what I call the personal values. There are certain things you must decide on your own volition. This is yes, this is no, period. One of the ways you can build self-confidence is to have personal values. Now, what are personal values? According to business.toothsplosh.com, personal values are the things that are important to us, the characteristics and behaviors that motivate us and guides our decisions. The key thing is guides our decisions. As an individual, when I was developing, I decided that whatever I'm going to be doing, my personal values are integrity, holiness, and excellence. Integrity, holiness, and excellence. So whatever decision I'm making sure that I'm honest with myself first. I'm honest with the people that are around me, and make sure that what I'm doing, it's in line with God. It's in line with scripture. I'm making sure that everything that I'm doing, it's excellent. That spirit is what guides me. Now, does it mean everything ultimately ends up like that? No, but at least, like I said, this is a journey, not a destination. You cannot be perfect, but you have to attain or improve yourself every time. And if you want to have confidence in yourself, you must have some personal values. What are your personal values? What do you stand for? You must stand for something to become successful in life. At this point in my life, I say a lot of no's than yes. About 99.9% of the things that come my way, I say no to them. Why? Because they are not in my values. They are not in my goals. They are not in my objective. They are not part of my persona as an individual. I don't find passion in doing them or executing them. So I focus on the things that I'm passionate about. In that case, you want to become successful, you better have some personal values. That is the fourth thing. Number five is create your environment. Confidence is based on your environment. Who are in your inner circle? What voices do you hear? What musics are you listening to? Who are your friends? All these things are the things that affect your environment. You need to be conscious as an individual to create your own environment. You need to be conscious, handpicking the people you want to be close with. Now, family members, you cannot do anything, but you have to be around them. But you got to be careful. Not every family member's advice you take. I have this saying, and I don't know, but it's advice is free, but you need to decide whether that advice applies to you or not. Because there are certain people who will just give you advice or tell you things based on their own miserable experiences, which doesn't serve you. I've heard people who tell me that, Nhyira, you cannot do this. Nhyira, you're too young for this. Nhyira, better focus on this. Nhyira, get some job and do this. Nhyira, this is not good for you. Nhyira, I'm like, yo, that is not me. I'm going to do this. That is my goal. That is my objective. This is what I'm good at. Allow me, let me do it. And you must be conscious about your own environment. Pick the people you want to be around, the music you want to listen to, the movies you want to watch, the channels you want to pay attention to, among others. I know This is hard to do. But if you want to increase your self-confidence and become successful, you must decide who you want to hang around with. Your environment is very, very critical. Your environment is very, very critical. Then the last one, number six, the last one, number six, is mindset. Your perspective or view about life. It is not enough for you to know who you are. It's not enough to be committed to develop yourself. It is not enough for you to have momentum by setting baby goals. It is not enough for you to be able to have some personal values. It is not okay just to create the great environment for yourself, but you must have the right mindset about life. What's your view about life? What do you think about life? Now, the Bible, Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7 said, and I quote, "The way a man thinks in his heart, so is he. The way a man thinks in his heart, so is he." Your view about life, your view about society, your view about market, your view about technology, your view about everything around you affects you, can affect you positively or negatively. That can make you to be confident or cause you to quell into your own shell. What is your mindset? What is your view about life? Why are you where you are? There are various factors that affect our mindset, like our environment, who our parents are. There are things that they tell us: money doesn't grow on trees. You need to take care of this, you need to do that. Know the family you are coming from. Who gives a crap where I am coming from? No, who cares? I mean, do you care where I came from? How many of you care where I came from? Put it in the chat. Let me know. Do you care where I came from? But these are some of the words they tell us that shields us. Hey, when you're going out, know where you're coming from. Oh, our family. Yeah. Now, I understand the cultural, the moral gymnastics around that to help you to make sure you don't misbehave. But it actually have a negative impact than a positive impact for such sayings. And you have to be careful that as you grow, as you mature, as you develop yourself, you develop your mindset. You renew your mindset. You renew your way of life. And the way you can do that is to hang around the best people. The way you can do that is to read some books. The way you can do that is to listen to some audio podcasts. The way you can do that is to be able to develop yourself, train yourself, and change the way you see things. Because the way you see things affects who you are. These are the 6 ways that have helped me to build a level of confidence that I have today and building myself into the brand that I'm building. And that has helped me to be where I am. And I know that these 6 strategies will help you also to become successful. And most importantly, take your life to the next level. What are some other ways through which you think self-confidence can be built? I mean, put it in the comment section for me. I'll be excited to know some of the things. These are what has worked for me as an individual. But if you are watching, I know that personally there are things that have helped you to be able to become more confident over the years. Put them in the comment section. Let's get the chat going. Let's get the discussion going. And I'll join you again another time in the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, stay connected. Remember to follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you again in another broadcast. Bye-bye.